Welcome to the Eddie Lamb Show. We dedicate this podcast to interviewing musicians of every kind, as well as online content creators on social media. Whether if they're starting out or if they're already on the rise and still growing, this show is all about having a fun conversation with our guests, talking about their favorite things that relate to their passion for their projects. Thank you so much for tuning in, and let's have that conversation. We as entertainers often play it safe, sticking to only what we already know. However, sometimes you have to take a leap of faith to try other fun outlets. Our next guest is Vancouver-based musician Elyssa, aka the Acoustic Eel, a creative singer-songwriter who writes easy listening music but has also tried other fun outlets including stand-up comedy. We'll talk about her influences, her previous musical training, and her highly supportive community. Well, everybody, we have a very special guest in the Eddie Lamb Show today. It's a friend of mine who I've met back in 2023, wintertime, December. We were at the Batch Open Mic Night hosted by Sean from the Yukon. Hello, Sean. How are you doing? Our guest for today is a really cool classical guitar player who also writes some really soothing songs. So when I first met her, she played some really catchy, soothing stuff that got stuck in my head for quite some time. And then her catalog grew along the way as the years went by. And finally today, I got a chance to have her on the Eddie Lamb Show. So she goes by the Acoustic Eel, but her real name is Elyssa. So Elyssa, the Acoustic Eel, welcome to the Eddie Lamb Show. How are you doing today?
Hey, Eddie. Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing?
I'm stupendous. Thank you very much. I'm so excited to have you here, finally.
Hell yeah.
So let's talk about your origin story. You're originally from Ontario, and then you moved to Vancouver. It was definitely before pre-COVID, obviously.
Yeah.
So when you moved out from the East Coast to the West Coast, you had to start your life from scratch, including your musical journey. What was it like moving from one side of Canada to the other?
I'm really glad that I did move.
Mm-hmm.
I really like living here. I feel like I've really found my community. It took a little while. Certainly, I felt a little bit isolated when I first came. And I actually wasn't performing music then. It had been a few years since I played in front of anybody. I actually had some pretty bad performance anxiety for a while there.
You had, really?
Yeah. Well, I grew up kind of more in the classical and musical theater world, and I was doing competitions and stuff like that, and it really distorted my relationship with making music, and I kind of burned out, and I stopped for a really long time. And then in Vancouver, I ended up joining this women's song circle, and that got me back into playing with people and singing in front of people.
Okay, I think I know that group you're talking about.
Totally, yeah. I ran into my friend Josh, goes by Jody Charles.
That's right, yes.
And he suggested I come to Container Open Mic with Sean from the Yukon, and that's how I joined the open mic scene, and I'm very glad that I did.
I'm really glad that you are part of the multiverse of the open mic night here in Vancouver.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you were telling us, too, that even music ran in your family, too, right? Your father's a musician as well. And anybody else in your family played music besides you and your dad?
My sister. Yeah, we both grew up in choir together.
Awesome.
And she also used to play the violin, although I think it's been a few years.
Yeah. You had formal training from what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
So after you broke out of the classical training, not that there's anything wrong with classical training. I think people can get a lot out of that. But you want to do something different outside the box. You want to be creative to compose things, right?
Yeah.
And so what made you want to go that route? Besides the fact that you were telling us just now that you felt the burnout in the past from formal training.
Yeah, well, I think I've kind of naturally gravitated towards songwriting since I was a pretty little kid. I guess what I should have mentioned, in addition to the classical stuff, I did also do some songwriting, and I had a band kind of in early high school.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, what kind of genre was it?
It's kind of pop rock, maybe a little bit more poppy than what I do now, but
Okay.
yeah.
Like, would it be? Would it be safe to assume it would be like Michelle Branch, Shonda Kraviazak, Sarah McLachlan?
Yeah, maybe somewhere around there. Actually, some of the songs that I play now are songs that I had first written in high school. So I don't know if you know, like Praying Mantis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wrote that when I was like 16.
Yeah. I didn't know that. So that was teenage you that wrote that.
Because I've always liked bugs. What can I say?
Yeah. And we will talk about your catalog in a bit too during this show. So excited to hear about that. But going back to your origin story when you moved to the West Coast. So you met our cool friend Josh, aka Jolie Charles, and then you went to Container, and then you ended up going to Batch eventually.
Yeah.
So describe to us your first experience at Batch.
Ooh, my first experience at Batch. Let me think. So Sean had invited me. This was after he stopped hosting Container and started hosting at Batch. And I was very grateful to know some people there when I arrived, which always helps take some of the edge off.
Yeah.
And yeah, such a beautiful setting with like the string lights, and it's kind of semi out in the open along the seawall. It felt really special to play there. I mean, yeah, it was maybe a little bit intimidating, but I think it's good to push myself out of my comfort zone every once in a while, you know?
It's never easy when you are playing really amazing, soothing songs that you've written in front of that crowd that's, you know, they're occupied consuming alcohol, right? They're occupied yakking with their friends. But somehow during that whole portion of the open mic, you know, when you and I ended up playing music there at the Batch, we somehow, like, even with you and Atlin and the whole crew, you somehow still gathered people's attention. Awesome to see, awesome to witness. But you said that you've faced a lot of intimidation before you perform. So how do you overcome it?
I think a lot of it has been just repeated exposure. Another big part of it has been finding such a supportive community. So across all of the open mics, I've just encountered so many like super warm, supportive people. There are so many different musicians there representing all kinds of different genres at different levels of experience. And it really feels like we're all just there to appreciate each other's unique contributions. Rather than to be in some kind of weird competition, or like I never really feel judged or like I'm being evaluated the way that, you know, in a classical competition, they know exactly every note you're supposed to be playing and for how long and at what, you know, volume.
Those exams that we had to take.
Yeah.
I've been there because I went through the Royal Conservatory of Music as a piano student growing up, and the fact that you're being marked with every note and even tempo and what else is there? Even like, I guess you get marked by feeling, I guess. I'm not too sure. Yeah.
Luckily, I have a lot of feelings. So.
Oh, thank goodness. So, did not smile enough. 8.5 out of 10 rather than 9 out of 10.
Oh, no.
Jeez. So, you and I, we love the roster that we've been hanging out with from the open mic scene for the last couple of years. I had the honor of meeting Atlin in 2022, and then I met Sean. Actually, funny thing was, I met Sean, Jason, Dan Sinclair, Brittany, and all those folks in 2023 at the same time in Granville Island. Remember that open mic that happened at that little theater?
I have heard a lot about it. I tragically was away that summer. I was living in New Brunswick. I had this whole thing where I quit my counseling job and I joined it's called the Canadian Conservation Corps to do environmental conservation.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but I'd like to experience it someday. Hopefully they do it again.
Well, I hope that happens again soon. But I was pretty much introduced to that crew automatically. Like it was, like when like when you buy something and you have like the bundle pack that comes with every accessory possible.
Oh yeah.
It's exactly that. So it's like I get all these people under one roof, for the price of zero, obviously.
What a deal.
I know, what a great deal, right? So I met all these characters, and exactly how you feel about these folks. They're great to hang around with, right? I guess my next question is, if you were to collaborate with any of these folks in the future, who would be first in line?
Ooh. Well, I've had the good fortune to have collaborated with a lot of them already. I think my show a couple weeks ago at Container had Atlin and Charlotte sing some harmonies with me.
That's right, yes.
And I've played a little bit with Sean.
Yeah.
I've played with you a couple times.
Yeah, there we go, yes. And Orfeh, of course, you've been doing
we're in a trio right now.
Yeah, you and Blair and Neil have amazing chemistry, actually. And even the fact that, last time we were hanging out at the Container Open Mic Night, you, Blair, and Neil were just rocking it. And then there was Kiana, like, looking after to make sure that you guys sound amazing through the microphones.
God bless. Yeah, Kiana's a sound wizard.
Oh, man. Thanks, Kiana, for being our audio whiz. So you finally had a song recorded. So your catalog, Ghost, it was produced by Atlin Morgan. Is that correct?
That is correct. We recorded it in her home.
Hey, can you explain to us maybe the process of how you got that happening?
Yeah, well, Atlin is a beautiful angel sent from heaven to help me in my life.
Yeah.
No, she's been a really wonderful friend. We had talked a little bit about how I wanted to get some music recorded and released, and she was super supportive. We set a date. I came over to her place. We actually set up a recording space in her daughter's bedroom. She very graciously allowed us to do that. And then, we really just took a couple takes of vocals, a couple takes of guitar.
Nice.
And then, later on, Sam Amati from Night Splitter laid on some electric guitar layers and a little bit of tambourine. Atlin added some percussion on the computer, and then also added in some very light organ parts and harmonies. And
was that her doing the ooze in the background of that track?
Yes.
Okay. I was just like, I know I could hear ooze in this song, even when you were doing it by yourself at the open mic night. I could always hear the ooze somewhere, and it was so cool that Atlin completed that void.
Those are Atlin's ooze.
Yeah, there you go. Her signature ooze, everybody. Wow. So it sounds like it was such a really fun experience, just being able to record that Ghost inside Atlin's home. And I'm going to assume that you're going to expand your catalog on streaming platforms very soon.
I hope so, yeah. I've been wanting to record and release an EP for the last forever, and I keep telling myself I'm going to do it soon. So, 2026 at the latest is my hope.
Awesome. Yes. The struggle is real.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this is the year to do it. And then life gets in the way sometimes. But I'm so glad, though, that even after a couple of years of meeting you, I knew that one day you were going to release some stuff online. And finally it happened. I'm just like, hot diggity. This is a really great track. But just seeing you live is really cool because I remember how a few times at the open mic nights, some of us who knew your songs would be singing along with you.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
I think the one person that came to mind is our good friend Erica from Frankie and the Lost Souls.
Yes. Yeah, she's been super supportive of my music, which I really appreciate, and I'm a big fan of hers, so that works out well.
How do you feel when you hear your friends singing along to your lyrics?
Oh, my little freaking heart, man. It's so full.
Yeah.
I'm really touched by that. It means a lot that people seem to resonate with some of my lyrics and remember some of the hooks. And Erica even went so far as to cover one of my songs, Homesick, and posted it online. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I can't believe I missed that. Okay, I'm gonna have to dig through her archives and actually watch it.
Yeah, she did a great version of it.
Okay, well, Erica, if you're listening, I'm going to listen to it and enjoy it. That's great. So, speaking of your catalog, let's talk about your influences. So, tell us about one album that comes to mind that you grew up listening to, and you're like, "This is the most epic album I've ever enjoyed." Or it doesn't have to be an album; it can be just a song.
Ooh, that is a great question. I don't have a great answer for it off the top of my head. I mean, Joni Mitchell has been a really big influence on my music.
Yes, definitely.
And yeah, I think like her Blue album,
Yeah.
pretty epic.
Yeah.
Lots of feelings in there.
Oh yeah.
Can dig some feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I cover her a fair bit when I play covers.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've also, because I can tell by the way your songs were written, I'm like, yes, I hear Joni Mitchell in that as well. Actually, both you and Atlin have very Joni Mitchell vibes.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and it's a great compliment because Joni Mitchell is one of the best Canadian artists, actually. Very well accomplished and everything. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have heard Pave Paradise work. Blah 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 parking lot.
Blah 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 parking lot. Totally.
Yeah. And if you were to cover another song by Joni live at the open mic, or just at any of your live shows in the future, which one would you choose as your next challenge?
Ooh, one that I haven't played yet. I've been working on a cover of River.
Really?
Yeah, since it is depression season.
It is, yeah.
It is winter season. Seems fitting that I pull out another sad Joni tune.
Yeah.
So yeah, River, Case of You. Both of these are songs that I have not played.
I could drink a case of you.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yes, I know her catalog.
Yeah. But yeah, I've really been enjoying playing like Urge for Going and California, Coyote, I think is the first one that I started covering.
Yeah.
Help Me. Oh, she has so many good ones.
Oh, yeah.
So I think sometime I'd like to put on a full Joni Mitchell cover song showcase.
A tribute.
Yeah, tribute.
A tribute night.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I think if you were to start a Joni Mitchell tribute band, I think you would thrive really well in that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen her live before?
I have not. No, I would like to.
Yeah. I used to see. I wish I still have it. I don't know where it went. That kind of thing where you had something, but then it got lost, and now you don't know where it went, right?
All the time. I have ADHD, so literally every day.
Okay. So I used to have this live CD of Joni Mitchell performing here in Vancouver at the PNE Stadium, the PNE Forum PNE Coliseum in 1970.
Oh, wow.
So it was a really great CD I listened to for quite some time, where the opening acts were this folk writer named Phil Oakes. Mm-hmm. And then after that, it was the James Taylor. That was the second act.
Oh, love James Taylor.
Oh, yeah, I know. And then after that, Joni headlined. And then near the end of that set, she actually got James to join her on a song.
Do you happen to remember what song it was?
I think they were doing a live version of "Hey, Mr. Tambourine," da na 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 na. You know which one I'm talking about? Okay, yeah. And so like she actually unexpectedly invited James to join her on the second half of the song. So she would be like, "Can someone get a mic for James?" And so the sound tech crew were just like running around like madmen, just setting up the mic, miking James' guitar, and then miking his vocals. And then he just joined in on that second half of that song. And everyone just went nuts over it.
I bet.
So it would be like if you were to perform something and then you invited, let's say, Sean or Jason out of nowhere, and then they have to like get set up and everything, and then I would have to like plug their guitars and everything in, and then I
feel like that scenario has kind of happened at Batch. Although to be fair, Sean was hosting and he was also the one who set it all up, so kind of worked out.
Oh no, I think again, big props to people like Sean and Kiana and Jason and whoever hosts open mic to deal with like the spontaneous moments.
It's much appreciated. Yeah.
Putting up with our shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah. So that CD was really great. I wish I knew where it was because I would love to lend it to you when I do eventually find it.
Yes, please. I would love to listen to that.
Yeah. But Joni also played the dulcimer as well. And that's a really unique instrument that you don't see people play too often, especially right here in our local scene.
Yeah.
Although I would love to see that one day. But that showed a lot about Joni's versatility. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I guess I should ask you, like, what else do you enjoy so much about Joni's music?
I think I really love the creativity of it.
Yeah.
I could be mistaken, but I vaguely remember in interviews with her that she said like she didn't really have formal training or a formal understanding of music theory, that she really just went by ear and by trial and error, and just tuned her guitar to weird tunings that she thought sounded cool, and really went for stuff without apologizing for not doing it maybe the way, for example, in the classical world, people might think you ought to do it. That she really wasn't afraid to just make it up as she went along. Yeah,
and this is very reflecting on your upbringing too, because just like you, even though you had formal training, you went outside the box just like Joni, right? Want to do things differently and experiment on things to see if it works for you. I think it's very common for a lot of these amazing songwriters who are as big, just like Joni Mitchell, because I guess that's one of the reasons why they are so well known as superstars today, because they went outside the box. And I think you take a chance on going outside the box too, and that's how I see it. Oh, well, that's very nice. I'm glad that you see it that way, because that's really what I'm aiming for. I just try to express myself and not worry too much about doing things quote unquote the right way or doing things perfectly. I think that has been a really big hurdle for me to overcome in the past. So. Yeah. Going back to our conversation about you collaborating with Blair from Orphe and Neil, what was your experience like rehearsing with these guys? Because I'm assuming you guys have a ball, like you guys are just laughing and just enjoying each other's harmonies and melodies here and there. And of course, like I said, Neil's just rocking it on the mandolin like a madman. Yeah, you're not far off. It's been really fun. I'm super glad Blair invited me to play with them. Usually what we do is, if it's a new song, especially one of their songs, they're also very creative with their songwriting. Of course, I'm a huge fan. They'll send me a recording in advance, and then I'll come up with a little harmony part, send it back to them, see if they like it, and then Blair and Neil will come over, we'll run it a couple times, or run through whatever set we have coming up. We're actually playing at Trees this Friday, which is exciting. That's right, November 28th, Friday. Well, I guess depends when this airs, but if you guys have seen it, let us know what you think of the show. Send us a review, because and so you guys are playing at Trees, and you've been to the Trees open mic night before. Yes, many times. Yeah. What do you like so much about that open mic specifically? I mean, I dig that each open mic has its own unique flavor and its own regulars, but you still have a lot of overlap between a lot of the open mics. Trees feels like a special one. I like that they have the Friday feature shows, so if you show up and you play. Agreed, and, you have an opportunity to kind of go beyond the open mic event to have your own 30-minute set. I think that's really lovely. It's just such a great community, great way to meet people. And of course, it's nice to have access to coffee and sweet treats, because I like to have a sweet treat. Including the cheesecake there. Oh my goodness. If you guys have not eaten a cheesecake at Trees, you are missing out. I would recommend you grab one ASAP at your earliest convenience, because it's you can't miss out on that. And it's good to be able to fuel up with some caffeine, before your set. If you feel low on energy and you're feeling all, trying to stay awake before you strum your guitar, grab a coffee and,
Mm-hmm.
grab some treats and, then he'll be all boosted up, full of energy and ready to go.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mark is a great host.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And what do you like about his hosting skills?
Yeah, I feel like he's really thoughtful about how to order things. I like that he himself is a musician.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that I've gotten to see him play. And I think he does a really good job of kind of stepping back and letting other people shine, making sure that, people are seen, that everybody's being attentive.
Yeah.
That is one thing I really appreciate about Trees, actually, is that often, like, you can hear a pin drop. The whole room is really paying attention to whoever's up there.
Yeah.
And, that's always such a joy to play to an attentive audience.
Yeah, and he wasn't kidding, too, when he advertised it as an all-ages open mic, because we have seen students play.
Yeah,
right?
So awesome when a kid, gets up there, does their thing.
Yeah, and then I've seen some high school students, they would be like, I'm heading up grade 11, but I'm trying to get myself out there playing music. I'm like, dude, that is so brave.
We love to see it.
Yeah, exactly. It's also encouraging, too, when we see seniors do their thing, too. Mm-hmm. So Mark wasn't kidding when he said all ages, because it also includes not just, elementary, high school kids and college kids and people, our age range, but also seniors who are as old as 80 or 90. They will go up and do their thing, and, man, they would blow us away with their skills, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels like such a real community. Like you said, it's intergenerational. Yeah. You have somewhere to show up every Thursday if you want to. You don't have to come every time, but anytime you're going to show up there, there's a community of people there who will kind of embrace you. And, I think a lot of us don't really attend church or, it can be hard to find that kind of reliable community.
Yeah.
And open mics have really been that for me the last couple of years. I'm very grateful for it.
When I first experienced it many years ago too, that's what I felt too. There was that community where it was just non-threatening. It's always good to have people who are willing to help challenge you in a healthy way to make sure your skills are elevated to a new level. Because I think that's really important, and not always play it safe every time. Kind of like going back to what you were saying, right? Like how you and even Joni Mitchell and all our fellow artist friends here in our community, they take risks where they want to challenge themselves and be outside the box to get to where they are now. And we see them grow from there too, which is great. But I just love the fact that, we can be in that healthy community where, we're still encouraged. And even when we have our crap days of performing, I know that we're not going to be judged, but it's always good to get those constructive feedback from the friends anyways.
Yeah.
And I like hearing their stories too about, what they've, some stuff they've messed up on, but they've overcome it. And now they've mastered their craft even more.
Yeah. I'm also just so grateful for all the deep friendships that I've gotten to form with people, just seeing people regularly.
Yeah.
Week after week, and sharing vulnerable stuff and, supporting each other. I feel like that's not always easy to come by.
Because I always think about why why are we still hanging out with the people that we are hanging out with today in our music scene? Mm-hmm. It's because it does feel like family. It feels like a true family away from home. And look how much how you've grown now. You've been doing gigs now, right? And you've done vocals for Orphe. You've collaborated with all different kinds of people. Do you see yourself expanding more into the local scene in other ways besides what you're doing now?
Yeah, I hope so. I'd like to continue playing at new venues. I have a gig at the Portside coming up in January.
That's right, yes.
It'll be my first time playing there.
Yeah.
And you and I have talked a little bit about podcasting. That's something I'm curious to break into. And it would be nice to, just have different opportunities to highlight all the awesome artists in our community and collaborate with people. I'd definitely like to, start some more band projects. I really love what I've been doing with the Orphe Trio.
That's
I've been
right.
singing and playing with Dan Arthur a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
That's funny. We were talking about James Taylor and Joni Mitchell. Actually, the two of us have been doing a duet that they have done called You Can Close Your Eyes.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, so much fun.
Yeah, because it seems like you and Dan are kind of like the new James Taylor, Joni Mitchell dual kind of thing too.
I mean, I didn't want to say it, but yeah, I'm glad you recognize that. I'm just kidding. Yeah. That's very sweet.
But it's just like that kind of vibe too, you know, like James and Joni teaming up. It's that nice wholesome vibe, whereas, you know, easy listening stuff, but yeah, easy listening, very enjoyable. And I think you and Dan were performing at the Heatley last week in mid-November of this year, 2025. And, just to make sure you guys listen to, which episode timeline we're in here. And you guys displayed that chemistry on the musical technicality side of things. And I really enjoyed it personally. Was that your first time playing the Heatley in general?
Yes. Yeah, it was actually. Jason, aka the Small Lebowski, very generously invited me to join the bill.
Perfect.
And that was a bill organized by Del Boy Druid. It's the first time meeting him. Lovely dude. Really enjoyed his music and his performance. Yeah, such a fun night. He
was... what I enjoyed about him was that his songs, like... Again, it seems like our theme here is going outside the box, like going beyond the norm, right? And what I liked about his stuff is that he's not writing the typical song formula. Like, for some reason, there's like no structure, but I say that in the most complimenting way possible. And when there's like no typical structure, but for some reason people are enjoying it, it's almost like this guy is onto something here. Like, I don't know what it is I'm enjoying. Maybe I was enjoying it because it was beyond the norm, and he's not. You know, I'm like, well, there weren't any, like it wasn't like the typical. You know how top 40 songs, it's always so super catchy, and the chorus gets stuck in your head, and like, you know, the verse, you know, the chorus, and you know, the bridge, and then it gets super predictable sometimes over time, and you're like, ugh. Right? It's like, oh man, I'm tired of this. But for some reason, you know, this guy that we saw, it's different, but it makes me want to go back and listen to it again. I don't know what are your thoughts about his work?
Yeah, I hear that. I thought the lyrics were super interesting. Just had like a very charismatic, unique stage presence, I thought. Yeah. I felt very like engaged the whole time. Yeah. Which is very nice.
Songwriting process. Let's talk about the way you do things. So, do you start off with the instrumentation first, or do you write lyrics first? What's the order?
It's not the same every time, but more often than not, I'll start out with a guitar pattern that I like or find interesting, and then a melody kind of comes to me. Sometimes with lyrics, sometimes without lyrics. And that's right. Yeah, lyrics are usually the last piece of the puzzle there.
Right on. Right on. And has anybody else been collaborating with you on songwriting lately?
Ooh. Not songwriting exactly, but with Dan and with Blair and Neil, definitely we collaborate on arranging songs, and we play with each other on each other's songs, and like we'll add new layers, new harmonies, new suggestions for where to have an instrumental break, or where to repeat a chorus, or things like that. And I really enjoy that.
That's the beneficial thing about that, is that you're feeding off of each other, basically.
Totally. Yeah. And it's so cool to see how different people work and create. Like, we're all so unique, even though we have all these things in common. Like, for example, with Blair and Neil always blows my mind because he's so good at improvisation and just picking things up on the fly immediately, like no prep, doesn't even need the chords in front of him. Just like, he also showed up to my house with like 4 instruments and was trying the songs with, and then Blair's like very also good with improvisation, but also comes very prepared. Yeah. Like plans things out very far in advance, sends detailed recordings, and then recordings of explanations of the recordings, and chord charts and lyrics. And then, I also like to prepare a little bit more in advance. Like I like to have a recording that I can play with on my own before I present the part I'm suggesting to other people. right? So it's just, so many different styles, so many different approaches.
It's one of the many things that we should encourage young upcoming musicians to do is, learning how to play in a team environment. Right. Yeah. Like I think being in a band it has its advantages like versus playing solo. I mean, having a solo project, I'm sure, has a lot of benefits too. But I always feel like being in a band, even if it's like a session players that you're hiring to be a part of your next show, it's still a group environment. And yeah, it's just something about it where you're feeding off each other's skills, despite quirks that could happen along the way.
Totally, yeah. And I think I've also just come to realize that it's okay to show up however you show up, or to have whatever approach you have. Like, you don't need to apologize for it or be embarrassed. Like, yeah. I think I, for a while, was worried that people would expect me to kind of do what Neil does. Like hop on a song that I've never heard before in my life and immediately like be comfortable performing it for an audience without ever rehearsing it. And I think maybe one day I'll get there, but I'm not there right now. And I really enjoy when people send me their songs and ask me to make up a part, and I have a little bit of time on my own to do that, and then I come together with them and practice, and that feels really nice.
Yeah. And speaking of making stuff, so the stage name, the Acoustic Eel, how did you come about that name?
Well, I love long fish. So my name is Elyssa, and it's a name that often is very confusing for people, understandably. I myself have often not been sure how to really pronounce it, to clarify. And I had thought for a while about getting like an eel tattoo.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of pointing to people like, okay, it's like the fish, Elyssa. And then... yeah, I was at the aquarium looking at the electric eels. I just kind of thought, like, I play acoustic music. Wouldn't it be fun to have a little play on words, like acoustic eel? And then I guess if I branch into electronic music, I have my alter ego ready.
The electric eel.
Yeah.
Yes. I can't believe those eels are still there at the aquarium after all these years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We even have a picture together.
Yeah, that was your early profile picture on Instagram.
Yeah, I usually try not to clout chase too much. I'm like a big celebrity shoulder rubber, but I just thought with the eels, gotta go for it.
Of course. Oh, yes. Was it Jason that photoshopped that your face on the
oh my God.
It was Jason, right?
No.
Or who was it? It was somebody.
It was Crazed, Daniel.
Oh, Crazed Galway.
Crazed Galway, yeah.
Yeah.
Bless him. So funny.
Oh man.
Totally unprompted. Just sent it to me out of the blue.
Yeah. Well, he just thought the idea right away and just like boom, done.
God bless.
Wow, what a guy. Yeah, I hope he's doing well. I know that he's back home in Ireland. So, Dan, if you're listening, we miss you, dude. Come back soon.
Daniel, come back. Daniel, come back.
I see what you did there.
Thank you. Yes.
Awesome. Because when we talk about the whole thing of songwriting process, like, we all have those frustrations where we face writer's block. Right. Like you're trying to write the next song for yourself and you're just like, and then you just take a pause. What motivates you to resume writing when you're stuck in that position?
That's an interesting question. Honestly, sometimes if I'm feeling stuck in a song that feels like half baked, I'll just kind of walk away from it until I get the inspiration to pick it up again. Now, that's not always a great answer. Like, we're not supposed to rely on inspiration to do stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm a little bit guilty of that when it comes to songwriting sometimes. Like, I'll just wake up at like 3 a.m. and be like, I got it. This is the melody piece that I was missing. Or, this lyric fits here. There's a song right now in the works that I'm not sure if it's going to be a song with vocals or if maybe it's just an instrumental guitar piece.
Oh, okay.
But I ended up just kind of getting stoned one night and like recording a bunch of layers on GarageBand.
Oh, there you go.
Editing. And anyway, that was kind of fulfilling. It created a demo that I'm kind of happy with. I don't know if I'll take it further, but now that is out in the world.
Yeah. So you've been familiarizing yourself with using recording software such as GarageBand.
Yeah.
So are you going to be heading to the direction of releasing your songs via self-production?
It's definitely something I am considering. I have some demos already, but I, for some reason, have just been so hesitant to release them. Like, it feels like they're not polished enough or something. That pressure to have like the final version that's going to be out in the world, and that's the version that's supposed to represent the song.
Oh yes, I've been through that.
Yeah. Playing live is so much easier in that, like,
oh, it is.
It's just a crapshoot. Whatever comes out, and then you're done and you'll be able to perform it again, and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but which one do you enjoy way more though? Recording music or playing live, or do they both equally have their own moments?
I think they have their own moments. I certainly have more experience now just playing live.
Yeah.
And there's a certain magic to that. Like, I like how it forces me to move past my perfectionist tendencies and just accept however the song comes out.
Yeah.
The energy of playing live is a lot of fun, and it's nice to like get feedback in real time from how people are responding.
That's right. Yeah.
That being said, I'm getting more and more curious and I guess committed to the idea of getting my songs recorded and released. Like, it just feels like the next step, and I'm hoping that will be an enjoyable process. I think it definitely can be.
That's awesome. Do you have any mentors right now who are helping you along the way with this whole thing?
Atlin Morgan has been a big influence in my life in that regard. She's been super helpful with showing me the ropes, and she helped me release my first song. Also, Dan Arthur is a music producer, and he's been super helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Also, Evie from Earth.
Oh yes, Evie from Earth.
Yeah,
yes.
Lots of really wonderful people who kind of know what they're doing. Kiana as well, super helpful.
And of course, Kiana, the genius of audio.
Yes.
Yes, that's awesome. Evie from Earth, because I tell you, like on Sunday when we saw her at Container, both her and also our new friend Randy, they both were playing their guitars in different tuning. Mm-hmm. And I remember the first thing that came to mind was, holy smokes, we have two performers that don't tune their guitars in the traditional standard E tuning way. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, wow, like that is brave, to try different tunings. And again, like,
I love it.
Yeah.
People experiment like that.
I think you and I, again, this goes back to our ongoing theme here. It seems like you and I are very drawn to outside the box people, outside the box things. Putting it out here randomly, like, do you consider yourself a very outside the box kind of person as a performer and just as a person?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't think I have ever really been able to fit myself into a box. I mean, I don't know that anybody fits into any kind of box very neatly.
Yeah.
But certainly I have not followed a very linear or conventional path in many respects.
Yeah.
Not even because I was trying not to, just because I seem kind of incapable of doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, with time and experience, I've come to lean into that more and accept that more. And I think it's a lot of fun to just kind of fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Make stuff up.
Yeah.
Get messy, make mistakes.
Yeah. Well, they say the imperfections are. They say the imperfections are the perfections.
Well, there you go. I must be perfect then.
Yeah.
Finally.
But the sense I'm getting from you is that you like the raw material, like when it comes to like the performance or even the writing side of things too.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody has something very unique that they bring to the table, and I think in trying to do things in a prescribed way, sometimes we can really miss out on the magic of like what makes us our particular weird human self. I think that's such a important part, at least for me, of like making and sharing music and hearing other people's music. It's like there's plenty of hyper produced quote unquote perfect
Yeah.
stuff out there, and that has a place too. That can be awesome, but
Yeah.
I've come to really enjoy the idiosyncrasies and like little flaws of performing. Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, imagine what would have happened if your song Ghost had like a crap load of auto-tune.
Yeah, I think it would be a very different, very different song.
Right? But you know what I'm saying, right? Because I'm just like, oh, man. Like,
right? Or even if I hadn't like blown up my life and career and randomly joined this conservation thing, I wouldn't have met the person who I then ended up breaking up with and writing the song because I was super heartbroken.
Well, there you go.
So, life takes us on winding paths.
Yeah, well, there you go.
It's grist for the mill, baby.
Yeah, well, the heartbreaks are the big money maker right there.
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk about you as a music fan, because we all know you're a fantastic performer, songwriter.
Stop, go on.
The list will keep going on and on. But you've gone above and beyond this year to go out and play all these different gigs and everything. But how about you as a music fan? Has there been any concerts that have stood out where you're just like, holy smokes, now this is what a concert should be?
Oh man, yeah, so many. One that came to mind when you said that was Atlin Morgan played at Guilt & Co.
I wish I was there for that. What was I doing? I was playing somewhere else that same night.
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, I wish I could have been two places at once. I didn't know you were playing that night.
Yeah.
Next time. But yeah, she really commanded the stage. It was a solo performance, almost an hour set.
Yeah.
Piano and guitar, all original music. And yeah, it was one of those kinds of situations where like you could hear a pin drop because everybody was so engrossed.
Oh yeah.
Which I think is very rare for Guilt & Co. At least in my experience, usually it's super loud with people shouting over the music.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Trust me, I've been there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that felt pretty special. And yeah, it was just like moving to see, like the community show up for somebody who always shows up for us. Like Atlin's one of those people, she'll go to like 4 shows in a night if it means she can support 4 of her friends,
Oh, I know. Yeah.
And yeah, Elliot and Dana played at the port side. That was pretty epic.
Elliot and Dana are such a cool combo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they sound great together.
Yeah.
I've seen Evie from Earth, her band, play a few times at various venues, and really gets me.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, pretty much every show that I go to, like I feel so blessed to like have all of these awesome, talented people who are performing all around town. I feel like I have somewhere to go every night if I want.
That's very true.
It can be a little overwhelming, but
oh, I know.
Good problem to have.
It's just like a few minutes of drive down from where you live,
Mm-hmm.
It's like, or it could be right in your front door. I don't know.
Yeah.
House concert at your place.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. I have played a few house concerts, like Sean from the Yukon's place.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah,
I remember that.
My friend Ella, who's a visual artist, has hosted a couple of shows at her home, like out in Kerrisdale that I've played at.
Oh, no
Those
kidding.
have been really special.
Wow, that would have been awesome.
Yeah. Oh, it's so nice to see like all of these DIY pop-up events, and I'm so grateful for all the events that you put on. Oh my god,
thank
so
you.
much fun! Like the Lamb Jams at Pleasant Mountain,
Piano
karaoke.
Yeah,
yeah, the best.
Thanks. Well, piano karaoke was something that I didn't know was going to grow into its own thing, because I mean, I won't talk too much about this because this is your episode, but just to give people some context here. But piano karaoke originally started off as like a spin-off of live band karaoke that my bandmates and I do, Rockyoke. But then it became its own thing too. So, and it had its own following, but it's always such a fun time, regardless of which format we do for live band karaoke or piano karaoke. Everyone's coming together as a community as well, and man, I tell you, we find some really talented singers at those nights.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, and but when you came up and did Torn on piano karaoke that one night last year, I was just like, yeah, the song fits you so well for some reason.
He remembers.
Yeah. Sometimes I remember people's song choices just because, like, when I know they've done such a really incredible job at it, I'm like, I don't forget it. I'm like, yes, you're that one that sang this song so well.
Yeah, oh man, that was so much fun. Yeah, thank you again for hosting that.
No, anytime.
Great night.
Anytime. I feel like those kind of nights too for piano karaoke, or even at the Lounge Jam open mic night. We always seem to come across some really cool characters that just, come out of nowhere, and they do some outside of box stuff, and I'm just like, where did you come from, and can you come back again soon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, have you ever thought about hosting anything on your end musically in the future?
Ooh, maybe if you let me apprentice under you.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I have to learn some live sound facilitation skills.
That would definitely be Kiana's department.
Okay,
for sure
yeah,
on that
yeah.
part, especially. I would say my audio level skills are basic enough to host open mic night, but some of them, Kiana, if you're hearing this, we're just telling you this because you are so awesome at it. So Kiana's amazing audio engineering skills are, I don't know, like
Kiana helped me host an event.
Yeah, and I feel like she knows the science behind everything. Because whereas I think for me, I just I know I got to plug the mic here, turn up at a certain level, and boom, and then that's it. There's your show. But Kiana and even Blair, they both somehow know the science between the relationship of the microphones to the speakers, to the cables.
Yeah, Blair, Jason, Sean, also really great at hosting and dealing with all the sound stuff.
Yeah. And so I would love to one day get together with these guys. Maybe I should do a podcast episode with all these guys coming together and have we just nerd out about audio stuff.
Hell yeah, dude. Do it.
Yeah. So Jason, Sean, Kiana, if you're listening, and Blair, if you're listening, let's make that an episode one of these days. What was the last concert you've been to, in terms of the big name artists?
Oh, that's probably been a minute. I'm racking my brain. I did get the chance to see Lady Gaga many years ago.
Where was this at?
This was in Toronto.
Oh, is it Rogers Center?
Yes.
Okay.
It may have been before she performed at Rogers Center, actually. This was many, many years ago. This was I was in, I think, senior year of high school or something.
Oh, no kidding.
With my sister.
Okay.
Yeah, it was when
Yeah,
Lady Gaga
yeah.
was first blowing up.
Yeah.
But that concert always stands out in my mind as just one of the best concerts I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Just the level of artistry and the commitment to the performance and just the variety. 1 second she's, doing an elaborate dance number with a bunch of backup dancers and a crazy costume, and then the next minute she's doing a solo acoustic piano number and crying as she's singing, and we're all crying with her. That was very moving. And she
even grew to be a little bit more multi-genre, outside her traditional albums, because when you look at how she collaborated with Tony Bennett, the jazz singer, right? And then she also collaborated with Metallica at the Grammys that one year. Yeah. And so she did heavy metal, but then she also did country with Bradley Cooper for A Star Is Born.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I remember that movie.
Yeah. I saw the movie in theaters, too. Pretty sad.
Yes.
For her acting skills. Man. And I didn't know Bradley Cooper could sing until I watched that movie. I was like, wow, I feel like Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga should release a country album.
You tell him.
Hey, Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga, if you're listening, do a country album. There you go. Because I said so. Oh, I don't know. I'll have my people contact your people. Oh,
fingers crossed.
Oh yeah, I know. Let's hope so. Now you've experimented a little bit with stand-up comedy this year. This is true.
This is true. The rumors are true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's video evidence of that.
It's true. Yeah. Not even AI generated.
No. So tell us about the experience of you learning stand-up comedy.
Yeah, I'm really happy that I ended up doing it. I actually took a class at Blind Tiger Comedy. They're a comedy school.
That's right.
In Vancouver.
Yes.
They do improv, stand-up, sketch, you name it.
Yeah.
I had been wanting to try stand up for a really long time.
Yeah.
And I just thought, fuck it, why not? You know,
Yeah.
you only live once.
Yeah.
I'm getting older every day in this march toward the grave. Might as well see if I can be funny on command. And, to a captive audience that has no choice but to listen to me.
Of course.
And it was so much fun. Yeah, I think it was like a 6-week course, something like that, Thursday evenings. So I tragically missed a bunch of open mics.
I see.
I think it was worth it.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I got to do a showcase at the end of it.
That's awesome.
It's like a 5-minute stand-up set
Yeah.
with jokes that I had kind of gotten to polish a little bit and get feedback on, and kind of A/B test before the big day.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'd like to do more of it, actually. I've been thinking of going to some more comedy open mics and maybe taking another class.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, in your opinion, makes good comedy?
I mean, I think a lot of different things can make good comedy. I think it's important to have a point of view.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And to kind of like lean into your voice and your own like unique perspective on things.
Yeah.
I think it can be really tricky to walk that line between like funny self-deprecation and self-deprecation that just makes people feel like they can't laugh because they're, feeling uncomfortable or sorry for you.
You're like, that's so true.
Yeah, but so much of that is subjective, right? Like what one person is going to find hilarious, another person's going to be like, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it was very helpful to be able to play to a warm audience of mostly like friends of myself and the other people who had taken the class. But yeah, the nice thing about taking a comedy class is that you do learn, I mean, not every joke is going to follow a certain structure or whatever, but there are, like writing methods that can help you, make something that might otherwise not play as funny, like rule of 3, where you like say 2 things that kind of make sense together and the third thing is a misdirection.
Oh, okay.
Stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm glad you're learning a lot from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's funny how you mentioned that whole thing, how like sometimes when you tell certain material, right? Like I think, again, this goes back to the whole thing we were talking about, like taking risks.
Yes.
Right. And one of the things I've learned so much from this one video commentary on YouTube, somebody said that the good thing about comedy is that it's supposed to challenge other people. Right, because some of the stuff you tell, like you were saying, some people laugh about it because it's true. Right, I'm like, this, we're not like, laughing at you. We're laughing with you because everything you're saying is so true because it reflects on us in a way, right? And then, but that video essay was so well put together too, because this guy talked about how 2 extremes of people that maybe should not go into comedy: those who are looking to offend for the wrong reasons, and then those who get way too offended about every single little thing that they have to cancel everybody. Right?
Yeah,
and then when you put those and then when you put those 2 together, it's like World War III happens out of nowhere. But I like how this guy was actually saying, like he said, one way to overcome some of those some big issues we see in the world today is to actually increase humor, right? And so he said that and so like when you look at people like John Oliver, for example, right?
Love him.
Yeah, like look at his videos, right? They're viral. They got billions of views each time, and the reason why he does so well is because he knows how to take a serious issue and actually make a complete joke out of it in a way that makes us think about the issue. Right. And I'm not usually the one to talk about politics, but even then I find his political commentary very, very funny.
Yeah.
And when you look at South Park, it's another example where nobody is safe. We're making fun of all sides of the political spectrum, the right wing, left wing, and then we also, make fun of, this celebrity and that celebrity, and even we're gonna make fun of this trend that is so ridiculous. You know.
Yeah, I love a good social cultural commentary.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
One other really important part of comedy, at least like in the school where I was taught, and I think what I also believe is that at least for stand-up, it's often really important to think about like punching up or punching in rather than punching down. Like if you're going to be like criticizing a group or making fun of people, like that it's important to actually have some reflection on what the power dynamics there are.
That's right. Yeah. That's awesome. I can't wait to one of these days. I will need to come and watch your stand-up comedy live.
I would love that. Thank you, Eddie.
Yeah. Yeah. Who do you think is also a fantastic example of a comedian?
Oh my goodness, there's so many incredible comedians. Okay, you were asking me about like big name concerts that I've been to.
Yeah.
I went to a couple of shows with famous comedians this year. One was a comedian named Fern Brady.
Oh, okay.
Very funny. Yeah. She has this very like dry, absurdist, kind of self-deprecating, and also like socially critical humor that I really enjoy.
Right.
And then I also went to see Chris Fleming. I don't know if you're familiar with their work.
I don't know if I've seen
They're like
Chris Fleming
very
stuff.
silly, quirky, oddball. It's like a very specific kind of humor.
Okay.
And I friggin' love it so much. I was laughing so hard I like almost cried. Yeah.
Nice. I remember years back, my friend and I, we saw this Irish comedian named Danny Boy live.
Oh yeah.
And he was so hilarious. I love it. And so I remember he was talking about this one bit. I feel like he studied BC because he goes. Yeah, so I heard that this province has a lot of Aussies. How many of you guys here are Aussie? Everyone's just like, yeah, everyone raised their hands. And then he said, he pointed at this one guy, he goes, awesome. What's your name? He's like, oh, so-and-so. He goes, oh, which bar do you work at? I'm like, oh. I mean, he just cracked a Whistler joke at him.
Yeah.
You know, just like guys like that. I don't know. It just makes me laugh. And I think my personal favorite, as always, is always going to be Russell Peters, just because of his, of cultural comedy, how he like the way he. I know it can be pretty controversial to some people, but I just love how he portrays all the different ethnic accents. Not just like his own, and like. But I remember like when he did the Chinese accent, it was like I laughed because it was accurate. Like, and he doesn't do it in a mocking way. Like it's like, no, this is how people sound.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I've actually really watched much
Oh my
of his
goodness,
stuff.
well, you should check it out one of these days. I will show it to you. But
Eddie Lamb signed off on this.
I know, seriously. And then like he also did like the South African accent, the Italian accent.
Okay.
It was just like left to right, like just all on like good times with him. And so, but we could go on and on all day about our favorite comedians. But I know that the one thing that happened here in Vancouver, if you can believe it, was Robin Williams did so he had a big show in Vancouver one time. Like,
I don't believe it. No, you're lying.
This is all true. No. But just what someone told me. So the day before he did his big show, he actually made an appearance at a very small venue for a comedy night, and it was a surprise appearance. And the host who organized it kept it so secret for quite some time. And of course, you like they did it so well that you if you interrogate them, they won't say anything. But out of nowhere, they're like, okay, we have a special guest who's going to pop by, and he's got a big show tomorrow. Here's Robin Williams. And everyone just went nuts over that. And so, yeah. But he was one of those guys who could do his bit for 3 hours straight and not have to take a bathroom break yet.
Man, also just knowing now what I know about like how much time and effort and how many drafts it takes to even create like a 5-minute set. To think about doing comedy for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like solo stand up.
Oh, I know.
Truly wild.
I mean, that's the thing. You think Jerry Seinfeld just just waltz on there and just does his thing and that's it. No, he does a lot of preparation on his end too. Well, we talked so much about all these different things, you doing comedy, but also you doing music, and again, like I think the one thing we really admire about you so much is the fact that you're taking on all these different chances to get yourself out there as an entertainer, and the fact that it turns out pretty well too. I guess what goals are you thinking for yourself like a few years from now?
Oh, bro, I ask myself this often. I feel like there are so many things that I want to do, and pretty much none of them are sources of income, which is kind of an issue, but that's okay. I've been thinking about starting a podcast and maybe offering it's like a course or like a peer support group to help people who are struggling with executive functioning or procrastination to like just start on the projects that they want to do.
That's right.
I want to call it Making It.
Oh.
It's kind of a play on words, like making it as in how do you define success in your career or your life, but also like making the thing that you want to make, and like also making up rules or, So I'm playing with that idea a little bit. That's a pretty new one, but
I think that would be a fantastic plan.
Yeah, I'm trying to kind of knit together a net that will catch all of the various fish in my brain, to use a terribly hackneyed metaphor.
Well, if you were to be given an opportunity as a performing musician to open for a big name artist of your choice.
Oh, man.
Let's say they're coming to town and they say, we need an opener quick because our opening act broke their arm. Quick, we need somebody. Call the bat signal. And then they find your contact information. You're the first one that comes to mind. Who would you want to open for?
Ooh. That's a really tough question. Suddenly I've never heard of an artist or a band in my entire life. The first band that comes to mind, weirdly, is Big Thief.
Really?
A band from Seattle. I just remember seeing them a few years ago and being like so moved by the performance. And I feel like my stuff is not exactly the same vibe-wise and genre-wise, but is similar enough that we might have some overlapping fans.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would work out really well.
Plus, I think my friends would go to see Big Thief.
Yes, that too.
So that's one way to get people out to a show,
Yeah, exactly. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice. Which venue would you want to play at if that were the situation? Would you want to do the Commodore, Rogers Arena, Vogue Theater?
Yeah, I feel like Commodore or Vogue. Rogers Arena, I think maybe I would just have a panic attack. So... Yeah, start with the Vogue.
Yeah.
Work our way up.
I think the Vogue Theater is like that perfect balance, honestly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, because I always admire our friends who've sang at the stadiums for national anthems at sports games.
Yeah, Jenny did that, didn't she?
Yes, Jen did that, yes. Yeah. So she, and had some other friends that also did that as well. But when it comes to these sports games, they had to sing both the American and the Canadian national anthem. Mm. So for me, I would suck at it because I have not memorized Star Spangled Banner yet.
That's fair. I did have to sing it as a kid a few times when I was in choir. We actually sung at some Blue Jays games and stuff.
Was it for Blue Jays games? Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is like many, many years ago.
Wow. How was that experience?
It was fun. I mean, it definitely feels different when you're part of a choir or something.
Of course.
There's not as much pressure on you as an individual performer. You can just kind of go with the go with the group, which is nice. But
is it safe to assume that you're a baseball fan?
Truthfully, I'm not a huge sports guy, but I can see the appeal. Like I've been to some pro sports games like baseball and hockey and basketball, and I totally see the appeal of like being there with the energy and the enthusiasm, all these people bonding over like a shared thing to root for.
Yes.
And, like that's really cool. But yeah, sports have never been a big passion for me.
I see. But you can see why I dig pro wrestling.
I see why you dig pro wrestling. I'm actually very curious to watch some more pro wrestling. That's something that I haven't super gotten into, but hearing you talk about it, I'm like, it sounds like a drag show, and I'm super into that. So.
Well, I know people illustrate it as a male soap opera, which is true to an extent, actually.
Here for it. But a soap opera.
Yes, but the wrestling serves that purpose of the storyline.
Right, and in pro wrestling, it's staged, and they're not like really hurting each other, right?
No, but still, injuries can happen.
Yeah.
So you're still putting your body at risk.
Yeah, but they're not like trying to injure each other.
No, but people are willing to take some big high risk moves to entertain us, the fans, right?
That's fair.
Like, people jump off the cages, or they just do a million backflips, right?
It's like a Cirque du Soleil situation.
Yeah, Cirque du Soleil.
Stress wise when you're watching.
Yeah, Cirque du Soleil meets boxing and
okay.
all that stuff. I don't know.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, for sure. I think one of these days I will invite you and a bunch of friends over to watch some WWE.
Please.
And then we will, enjoy it. And then you will see why I love those theme songs, those open entrance themes.
It's a plan.
Yeah. Awesome. So we've been talking for over an hour, if you can believe it.
Well, shit.
Yeah, I know.
Look at us go.
I know. Well, thank you so much for being a part of this episode, by the way.
Thank you for having me. It's been so much fun.
Of course. Anything that you want to tell people in general who are new to making music? Let's just say you want to give advice to a young upcoming artist who is just brand new to the music scene. What would you tell them?
Yeah, I'd tell them show up to community events. I guess just like be kind, try to open yourself up to interacting with people.
Yeah.
And just like fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to mess up. Don't be afraid to experiment. Like there are no horribly wrong answers, and it's totally okay to show up as you are and, keep chugging along as you go. See where it takes you.
Yeah, take risks. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's a really good words of wisdom from you.
Yeah.
Where can people find you on the interwebs?
Oh, well, I am on Instagram. My handle is at acoustic_eel_music.
Yep.
And I have another Instagram for comedy, which is eel_is_ah.
Oh, okay. And that's how you pronounce the name, everybody.
Yeah, Elyssa. If you're confused about it, it's okay. I'll only hold a grudge for like the first 2 to 3 years of our relationship, and then I'll move on.
Yeah, there you go. Awesome. And anybody you want to give a shout out to before we go off the air?
Oh, man. Yeah, just every wonderful person that I have met in this community. Like, thank you, Eddie, for having me on the podcast.
Of course.
All my beautiful music people, Atlin Morgan, Charlotte Legee, Jason the Small Lebowski, Sean from the Yukon, Evie from Earth, Mike, Dan Arthur, Orphe, Neil, etc.
Kiana, Elliot. Data.
Oh my God, Math Club.
Oh yeah, Math Club. Oh yes, I gotta get them on the show one of these days.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Wow, and everybody else along the list, thank you for being a part of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And one more thing. So I guess depending when this episode airs, we are close to Christmas time. What do you think is the perfect Christmas gift for you?
Ooh, the perfect Christmas gift for me.
Yeah.
I mean, like if somebody wants to pay for a comedy class.
Oh, there you go.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Funding for comedy classes. There you go.
Or like just a hug. I don't know.
There you go.
I'm pretty easy to please.
You know what? A funny side story. One time I was at a live show. This is like many, many moons ago. And I remember this one guy said, he says, I'll give you guys a free CD if someone can give me a hug. And some guy actually went and did it. And he got a free CD.
Jackpot.
value right there. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Elyssa, for being a part of this podcast of the Eddie Lam Show. Again, make sure you check out her music and follow her on Instagram. As she mentioned, she's got the music account and, of course, the other side of her, which is a comedy account. She's got some fun material and other material to come. Check out Spotify. The Acoustic Eel Ghost is now released on all streaming platforms, on Apple Music, Spotify, and wherever else you can find her music. And don't forget, if this airs on time, check out her show with the Orphe and friends. It's Elyssa and Blair and Neil at Trees this Friday, November 28th. But if this episode airs a little bit later than that, then hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you have made friends with her and the rest of the crew.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's about it.
Yeah. Oh, also, Portside, January 10th.
Yes, there we go, January 10th. Yeah, definitely this will air before January 10th. So make sure you check her out at Portside Pub, January 10th in Gastown, Vancouver. And that's about it. Any last words before we sign off?
Yeah, that's about it. It's such a pleasure talking to you. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And we will see you next time. We hope you enjoyed this episode of The Eddie Lam Show, a podcast dedicated to interviewing musicians and online content creators of every kind. If you would like to be a guest on the program, feel free to send me an email at eddielammusic@gmail.com. That's EDDIELAM music@gmail.com. Don't forget to check out my website at eddielammusic.ca. That's EDDIELAMmusic.ca. You can also follow me on social media. Username is Eddie Lam Music. That's EDDIELAM Music on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning into our program. In the meantime, stay in touch, stay safe, and as always, stay awesome.